Students, this is your Thursday video where I just share with you some ideas about how to enrich your homeschool experience, some of the things you might want to try related to what we've been studying about. One of the things we learned about in history this week are the voyages that explorers began to take around this time period. We read a little bit about Cortez and Montezuma. If you're familiar with the cartoon El Dorado by DreamWorks, it's based on the story of Cortez as well as other Spanish explorers who arrived in Central and South America and interacted with the indigenous peoples that were living there. It isn't always historically accurate, but fun to compare the truth of what you know versus the misrepresentations that are found in videos. And so I just want to show you a clip of El Dorado to start. See if you can see some similarities, possibly some differences in what we had talked about on Cortez. Here we go. Hang on just a second, sorry. And this is just a compilation of some of the best moments from the movie. And give me just a minute to skip the ad. You may want to also learn about Ponce de Leon and his search for the Fountain of Youth. That makes for fascinating reading and fun study as well as it relates to El Dorado. So let's see what we've got here.
I am Miguel. And they... Call us Miguel and Tulio. Let them go for you. Let them go for me. Let them go for me.
Come on, baby. Papa needs that crappy map. I'll bet we can make that. Two Mercedes says we can't.
You're on! You lose.
I will give you the honor of a quick and painless. Yeah. Stop with that. Like fairly. Huh? Stop that. Not the face, not the face. Your dice are loaded. No. What's happening here?
We're both in battle. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Hey!
Excuse us.
Okay.
We're out of here.
Who ordered the pickle?
All right. Cuba.
Okay. Here's the plan. In the dead of night, you and I grab some provisions, hijack one of those longboats, and then we row back to Spain like there's no mañana.
Back to Spain, yeah?
Yeah.
In a rowboat.
You got it.
Great. Sensational. And that's your plan, is it?
That's pretty much it.
Well, I like it.
So, how do we get on deck? Dead of night, you and I grab some provisions, hijack one of those longboats.
Great.
Well, he's a dumb horse. There's no way. Well, it's not a high bar. Sitting out some ruthless war horse. Bruno, come on.
Right. Tulio, look on the positive side of these things coming.
Excuse me, were you going to say worse?
No.
You sure?
Absolutely not. I've revised that whole thing.
Did you ever imagine it would end like this?
The horse is a surprise. Ever getting back to the boat, say aye.
It is the map to El Dorado.
You drank seawater, didn't you?
Oh, come on! go, sir.
Let's get back into the boat and row back to Spain.
After all, you weren't said that last time.
Wait. The trail that we blaze! That trail that we blaze! Apparently, El Dorado is native for great big rock! 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 Rock!
You don't think Cortez could have gotten here before us and had what? You call it really big rock?
Scum! Hello? Is this your rock? Sorry, we were just looking. We're tourists. Tourists. We lost our group. Yeah. Go now?
Or we shall have to unleash our awesome and terrible power, and you don't want that.
Hi, mortal. Before we strike you, the lightning bolt, Gel and Julio.
You and Miguel, mighty and powerful gods.
Miguel, that's not working. Miguel.
Excuse me. Who invented this game?
But Tulio, this place is amazing. I mean, I wonder what's over.
Don't even move.
Tulio,
You're moving.
Just
Hey!
Come on.
I gotta put.
Stay.
Just stand there.
and you are not God.
You're not a god. You lied to me.
It was so much gold. I'm fine.
So you can see some similarities to the story. They are mistaken for deity or gods that the Aztecs worshipped. There's lots of gold. They do ride in on horse, which surprised the native people. So some connections that you can make with that silly video. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was that you could plan a voyage around the world yourself. If you were going to be a modern day explorer, where would you like to go? What would you like to see? I think it would be really fun to grab a map. Let me get mine. And just start marking places that you think would be fun to visit, places that you would like to go, and then plan your imaginary journey to those places. You don't need to limit yourself just by going by boat. Planes are fine too, but please identify, just for fun, places you'd like to see and create your own voyage of discovery around the world. This is something that may be fun for you to plan and to just dream and think about. What places would you love to see? Maybe it's the Great Wall of China. Maybe you have really wanted to see the Eiffel Tower. Maybe the Leaning Tower of Pisa has always interested you, or you want to see the Sistine Chapel ceiling that we've talked about. Maybe you want to just move closer to home and go see Niagara Falls or Mount Rushmore. Maybe you would love to see the giant sequoias in California, Northern California. Maybe you have always wanted to travel to Panama and see the Panama Canal, or down into Brazil and go to a World Cup soccer game. It's just fun to dream about where you might want to go. And as you do that, you are acting like the explorers and the daydreamers in the Renaissance as well. They may not have had as much knowledge of the world as you do, but they definitely dreamed of exploring it. Hey, the final thing I'd like to suggest that would be fun for you to do as an activity for this week to enrich your homeschool, you don't need to, but just something fun, is making lists. We have learned that the colon is often associated with lists. And so I have an idea of some lists that you might be able to write. Hang on just 1 second. So, for example, the best gifts I have ever been given. Colon. And then you can list. Okay? That might be one example of a list you can make. How about the things under my bed include, whoa. Is that going to be scary to get under your bed to find the things that are under there? I can only imagine. Like the missing rats may be under there. Okay. Or the chalk dusted cream puff. I know another one that relates to the math activity that I just talked about. I have traveled to colon, and then you can list all the places you have been already. Okay. A couple of other list ideas include the people who love me. What an awesome list to write, and it might go on and on and on. I hope you know that a lot of people love you. If I could change history, these are the things I would change. Okay. Let me remind you, as we're doing our list making, is that you do not use a colon before to be verbs. So you wouldn't say, if I could change history, the things I would change are. Okay, am, is, are, was, were, are to be verbs, so that is completely wrong. Okay, don't list it that way before your colon. You can't use a colon after to be verbs. Okay. Here's another example of a list you could write. This is awesome, and this will be our final one. If I discovered that the president had 30 minutes to spend with me. I'm talking about the President of the United States here. If I discovered that the President had 30 minutes to spend with me, these are the things I would say to him. Maybe questions you would ask him, things you would tell him, suggestions you would make. Okay, got our colon ready to start our list, right? just some fun suggestions of using a colon and making lists. Lists are fun ways to write in a diary or a journal, fun ways to get to know yourself better. List all the exciting things that happened in 2015. List your goals of things you would like to happen in 2016. Those are some fun list ideas, and we'll catch you next week, students. Thanks for joining us for week 19.